Hey everybody, it's Friday Farm Vlog, and today I wanted to let you know that the eggs in the incubator have 6 more days to go, and I'm so excited for these chicks to hatch. We have had some quitters along the way, which I expected because these eggs were left out in the cold winter weather, and so I'm not expecting a big hatch rate, but I just found another pullet nest. These pullets have been laying these eggs in crazy spots instead of the nesting box like my original flock of hens do. So I just found another nest in the buck pen, not only inside their shed, but inside their little doghouse that I put in there that they like to jump on top of. Well, the hens are squeezing in there. Straw is so high right now because I pack in a lot of straw for bedding, so you can barely see the opening of this little house, which is why I haven't been checking it. I just happened to be with the bucks and I thought I saw an egg in there out of the corner of my eye, so I just went to look. There's a whole nest. So I don't know how old these eggs are or if they're cracked or not, so I'm gonna bring them in, I'm gonna clean them up, candle them, and if there's any that look like they are viable and not cracked, I'm gonna put them in an incubator. Right now I have the 3 incubators, but I'm gonna candle these and take out any quitters, and then I'm gonna shift the eggs into the 1st and 2nd incubator, and I'll get these new eggs in this incubator because I don't want these eggs to go to waste. I'm not gonna eat them because I don't know how old they are and I can't sell them, so I figure put them in the incubator and we'll see what hatches. But I have exciting news. I got an email that my 2 breeds of chicks that I ordered online have hatched and are being shipped. I'm so excited. They could be here. They could be here tomorrow or the following day, and I really hope they arrive before 12 o'clock on Saturday because my post office closes. So I'm gonna get my brooder ready, get it heated up, everything to temperature, so as soon as they arrive the post office will call me. I'll get them and get them right in the brooder to warm them up because we are in winter. I do worry about them shipping. Thankfully the weather hasn't been that cold. We just have rainy weather today, cloudy, but at least we're not having freezing temperatures, thankfully. So hopefully those little chickie babies will do okay in the mail. But with these chickie babies coming, I need to make sure that my chick coop is open and ready to go. I have 3 roosters that I've been trying to find homes for, and I put them on Craigslist quite a while ago, but nobody reached out about wanting these roosters. But then I went to my local feed store, Bay State Pet and Garden, and mentioned it to a staff member there, and they were looking for roosters. So Douglas is getting a home. He's gonna come pick him up today, which I'm so excited. He's gonna go to a good home. And then he mentioned, why don't you try the Facebook group Rehoming Roosters in Massachusetts. So I put Wilbur and Wally up on there, and that same day I had 8 people reach out to me wanting these roosters. So really exciting. Wally and Wilbur are also getting picked up today, so I'm so excited. The 3 of them are gonna go to good homes, and that's gonna free up the chick coop that Douglas has been living in, so I can get that all cleaned out and set up with heat lamps and protected from the elements, get everything all comfy cozy for the new chicks that I will eventually move into the chick coop. I'm going to start them in the house in the little brooder and make sure that they acclimate. I want to keep a real close eye on them after their long shipment and socialize them a bit and just make sure that they are doing okay. This is going to be my first time with bantams, and they're so much smaller, and I do worry about the fragility of them. So I'll be keeping a really close eye on them. So I'm going to start them out over here near my incubators, but with the heat lamp. So I just pulled this out of storage since I haven't hatched since this past summer. So I'm going to set up 2 different totes because these chicks are coming from 2 different hatcheries, 2 different breeds, and I want to keep them in separate Rubbermaid bins to begin with to make sure they have enough space and access to the heat circle under these heat lamps. So I'll be getting my bins, I'll be Clorox wiping down each bin, making sure that they are nice and clean, lining them with paper towels, and cleaning up the little chick water dishes, feed dishes, get all that ready to go. I've already got the chick feed, I've already got electrolytes, so I just got to get it all set up and wait for these chicks. Now these heat lights over here, I will lower them down to the right level. I always start it at a lower level. I put the brooder thermometer at the bottom to where the chicks are going to be, so that way I can gauge the temperature and make sure that it is going to be warm enough for them, but not too hot. So that's always an adjustment. So I'm so excited for these chicks to arrive. I can't wait to show them to you. Now with these 3 incubators going, I've been keeping track of the humidities. I've been making sure the temperature is staying on point. I've got my heating pads underneath them to make sure that they stay warm enough, because we are hatching in winter right now in Massachusetts, and I want to make sure these incubators can hold a temperature at this point, because my house is set at 68 degrees and these need to be at 99.5 to 100.5. So these incubators do have to work hard to keep that temperature up, but I do find the heating pads do help with that. However, I did read that sometimes the incubator temperature readers are not accurate, and you should always double check it with backup thermometers. And so in this one here, I have my brooder thermometer, and this brooder thermometer says this is at 97 degrees, but the incubator says it's at 99.5. Which one do you believe? Now this one, I have an Ethmius reader on here with it dangling inside here. It says that this incubator is at 99 degrees, whereas the incubator says it's at 99.5. Which one do we believe? Now this one here has a Weber meat thermometer, and it says it's at 100.5 degrees. The incubator says it's at 99.5 degrees. So which one do I believe? We have the 3 incubators saying they're all 99.5, and then we have 3 different ways of telling temperatures saying different temperatures. So far I have just been believing the incubator because it hasn't failed me yet. I have had great hatches with these incubators. But I did order a Govee thermometer and humidity reader, and it just came in the mail. So I'm gonna get this opened and I'm gonna try it out in each incubator and see what this has to say. Reviews are good on it. They say they're really accurate, but if this also says a different number from all these other thermometers and these incubators, I don't know. It's so hard. But I do want to get these candled and see if I can get some transferred over. Oh my goodness, it's like a little tiny computer. It's so cute. Ooh, it comes with batteries. That's nice. Oh my gosh, this is the tiniest little user manual. So it's already increasing the temperature just right from putting the batteries in. The instructions are basically talking about connecting it to Bluetooth, downloading the app, and that sort of thing. And for now, I just want a reading. It's pretty cool though that you can connect it to your phone and get alerts if the temperature spikes. This incubator does sound the alarm if the temperature gets too high, but having a second one, a second opinion if you will, is a nice feature. But we'll see, is it accurate? I don't know. Before I put any thermometers in my incubator, I do wipe them down with Clorox wipes just to keep any bacteria, germs from affecting my eggs. So I'm gonna let that dry with the Clorox wipe first, and then I'll add that in. In the meantime, I'm gonna get these candled. Alright, I just finished candling. I did remove 4 eggs from the first incubator with the really cold frozen old eggs. So I took 4 out that were not developing. I've got 12 eggs left in here, but honestly I only saw movement and nice embryonic development in 5 of the eggs, so I don't expect those other eggs to hatch, but I don't want to pull them until the next candling if there's no progress. I'm gonna just wait and see on those. I doubt they'll make it, but I like to give them a chance. But with 24 eggs set and only right now 5 looking like they have healthy developing chicks in them, not the best odds for frozen eggs. So now I know for myself that eggs that have been out in the cold, freezing cold elements and are older, like really not good hatch rates. Now I do have the Govee in here and the Weber. Weber's saying 99.8. The Nurture Right Incubator says 99.5, but my Govee is saying 98.4. And then the max recording has been 98.5. It is on the edge. I can't fit it standing up in the middle where the heating plate is, so it might just be a little cooler closer to the edge here. But I am glad to see that at least it's higher than the 96 that the brooder thermometer was saying that it was. And then in this incubator, it's reading 99.7 on here where this says 99.5. So that makes me happy. We're getting a little bit, at least this thermometer and this one are in the range we want them to be. Maybe the Govee reading will be better if I place it laying down in the center. But I'm gonna move these eggs into the open slots over here because this one I removed 1 egg, which leaves 12 eggs in here that have chicks developing. And then this one, I didn't remove any eggs, so I have 18 chicks developing in these eggs here. So I'm just gonna move these 12 into these 2 to free up this incubator to put in other eggs. I'm not so sure that I want to put those outside pullet eggs though in this incubator because of how few developed, and also because I don't know, one, are these chicks even gonna hatch? Are the chicks going to be weaker because of their start in life? So I'm just gonna fill this with the many eggs that I have gathered daily that I know were laid the same day and put those in here in the hopes of getting healthy chicks to hatch. Hatching in winter is definitely an experience. Ooh, I'm gonna mark these though so I know these are the frozen eggs. So that way once they're mixed in, I can still keep track of whether they hatch or not. Alright, so these eggs are now happy in these 2 incubators. I put the little Govee in the center on top of the eggs. I'm going to see what that reading comes up with. I can't leave it on top like that because then the eggs won't rotate with the turner rotating them. But I want to see if I can get a reading of 99.5 like my incubator. Right now the incubator is at 98 because I did open this up. This is saying it's at 95.5, so when you open up the top it lets out a lot of heat and humidity, and so it does take a little bit to get it back up to temperature. And I always got to make sure these covers are sealed well. I wish I could read this without opening it back up and dropping the temperature. Oh, Bluetooth. That would make it easier if I just set up the Bluetooth app on my phone. Alright, I'm gonna go get the brooder set up. I'm gonna get some eggs washed, candled, and placed in here. And be sure to check back to see these chickie babies hatching. And then the 2 new breeds of bantam chicks that I ordered. They should be here soon. I can't wait. And if you haven't started farming yet, what are you waiting for? Get your farm on. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up by hitting the like button down below. And subscribe if you want to see more.
1, 2, 3, 4. Do you want to farm a wicked awesome farm? Watch this channel to learn what to do. We love to farm and we'll show you.